Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 76 of the Essential Zodiac Podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia McNulty.
And I'm Audrey Fannin.
In this episode, we will be discussing the new moon in Sagittarius, along with Mercury retrograde, and we're going to touch on Mars retrograde as well. But first, all of you out there with December birthdays, now is the time to order your solar returns. You can find all the information you need on my website under current promotions. So December kicks off with a new moon in optimistic Sagittarius on the 1st. And this is usually a great new moon where we're focused on new opportunities, new experiences, and open to expansion and exploration. We have a good view of the big picture, and we could see what's possible now. Representing new beginnings, the new moon occurs with the sun and moon's alignment in the mutable fire sign of Sagittarius. It's a time when we could focus on some of the constructive traits of this sign of the Archer: optimism, enthusiasm, adventurousness, honesty, bluntness, and independence, and consider how to positively incorporate these qualities into our lives. I know right now, for some of us, life is a little bit scary and frightening. So this is good moon energy to tap into, to help yourself form a plan or whatever you need to make yourself feel whole and safe. Now also too, the sun is in Sagittarius as well. So we have that lovely Sagittarius energy along with the new moon, giving us positive energy to work with. As we advance, we can focus on goals that will increase our understanding and awareness, give us the courage to expand our horizons, and gain confidence and optimism from a broader perspective. All too easily, we can get lost in the details of a mundane existence. With this potent Sagittarius energy, however, we can find ways to transcend these details of day-to-day life and nurture our faith, hope, and vision. Because Sagittarius thinks in big terms, we may have a tendency to overdo our expectations. This is something to watch for. We are setting the stage for reaping the rewards from our braveries, as little or big as they may be, in approximately 2 weeks' time after the full moon occurs. This new moon forms a trine with Mars, which will turn retrograde on the 6th. I'll talk a little bit about that later. Supporting our energy and motivation levels, and a square with Saturn suggesting blocks to our efforts to begin anew. So we're going to have some frustration getting those goals and that vision off the ground. But the square with Saturn won't last but 2 days. So after that, you'll feel forward momentum. You'll feel more so. And then, of course, we are building up to that full moon energy as well. However, this new moon also comes with Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. Mercury turned retrograde on November 25th and will remain so until December 15th. So Thanksgiving is going to be interesting. Mercury will fortunately be direct by Christmas, but Mars will still be retrograde, and Mars will be in Leo and Cancer. So, that's a bit dicey too.
It sounds like with Mercury going retrograde until the 15th, if you're ordering things online or needing to ship, maybe you give yourself an extra week's time or something just to avoid any snafus in the mail.
Yes. That's a very good point, Audrey. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, because, Mercury, communication, all that. So you want to make sure you take extra precautions. Like you said, if you are sending gifts out to your family and friends, if you're, getting packages sent to you, you want to have a good plan B if necessary. Retrogrades are times for do-overs. That is the positive situation with a retrograde. And when we have a new moon alongside one, this is an excellent time to take a second chance and do things over again. We can focus on something we tried but failed at. We started but didn't finish, or we didn't get off the ground for some reason. So this is a good time, before maybe the end of the year to wrap up something you thought you weren't going to be able to do. With Sagittarius, this might be a big idea, something that would expand some part of our lives, or an experience we had that we can pursue again and learn from. This is a great time to relearn something we've forgotten or need to work on, as well as to teach something we have before or to do some writing and revising. We can also travel to somewhere we've been to before and want to see it again. Although, do keep in mind, travel in general might be a little challenging. So, plan Bs again. Well, plan Bs. Now, finally, Mars will be retrograde from December 6th to February 23rd. When Mars is retrograde, it makes circumstances in life move at a slower pace. This means that we might feel as if we're pushing a rock upwards on the hill without seeing any movement. This energy can have extreme effects on people as they can lose their patience very quickly. Mars retrograde in Leo can make us extremely temperamental and dramatic due to the theatrical and fiery nature of the sign. So, my fellow Leos out there, this is going to be a rough Christmas through Valentine's Day for us. Doesn't matter if you're male or female Leos, it's all going to be tough. So we are prone to bossiness. Now, come on, we are. We are. And we do at times can have short tempers. So count to 10, do your meditation, walk away from the situation, because when Mars goes direct, you're going to have some cleaning up to do if you've been a bad Leo. So, we don't want to, the holidays, come on, guys, the holidays are going to be a little tense this year anyway. So let's try not to add to the chaos and mayhem. So now when Mars is also it's not just going to stay in Leo. Mars will move backwards into Cancer. So our emotions will be in flux and out of control. This is due to the fact that Mars isn't happy in this water sign, since Cancer changes its energy. Mars is a planet of action, and Cancer is an emotional water sign ruled by the moon. So that is going to be difficult for Mars to deal with. And here, since Mars rules action and ambition, we can expect to feel unmotivated, sluggish, and slow, as if we were running underwater. Therefore, it will make us feel lost in our passions and unable to verbalize our sentiments. We will want to spend more time by ourselves at home than actually taking anything on. But I'm going to caution us all here is not to socially isolate yourself. I mean, self-care is one thing. And, after the holidays, we all kind of want to step back from obligations, but do be careful of, putting yourself, in solitary confinement, especially now. And I'm even saying that from personal experience. You want to be out there with people who love you, your spiritual fellows, your good friends, people who will give you positive energy and feedback and who love you. So make sure that you don't go to bed, put your head under the covers and stay there for weeks. That's not going to be good. So I'm going to take a little break. And when I come back, we're going to have horoscopes that is going to cover all the information, the new moon and the retrogrades.
Have you started thinking about gifts for the holiday season? Visit EssentialZodiac.com to order a gift card for that special someone. Or check out the Chakra Essential Oils and Zodiac Intention bottles. They might be the perfect stocking stuffers. Of course, if you are in need of a personalized birth chart or special reading, Cynthia has several to choose from, and you can order any of those on her website as well. Back to you, Cynthia.
Thank you, Audrey. Okay, so now our horoscopes. For Aries, December favors a slowdown, but Mars retrograde may test your resolve. I mean, that's your ruling planet, so it's going to be a little tricky out there. The new moon on the 1st brings out your sense of adventure. A vacation around this day will have you primed for the holidays, but you'll want to keep your wits about you because Mercury is retrograde and brings travel challenges. Your ruling planet Mars will also be retrograde beginning on the 6th, a transit that demands you slow down before taking action. If you can keep your cool, the month will proceed without too much fuss. Taurus. On the 1st, the new moon sheds light on money leaks. If your budget needs an update, this is the best day to balance the books. If you're hosting the holidays, Mars retrograde on the 6th indicates boundaries will be necessary. Create your house rules, and you'll maintain the peace. After weeks of retrograde motion, Mercury will be direct on the 15th. Communications improve, adding more merriment to your festivities. Gemini. This month favors verbal restraint. Your ruling planet, Mercury, is retrograde for the first 2 weeks of December. During this period, you'll want to choose your words carefully. In some cases, it may be better to say nothing. The new moon on the 1st could bring an interesting newcomer into your orbit. While this adds intrigue to the month, it's best to take it slow, especially when Mars stations retrograde on the 6th. Cancer. The best day to apply for a new job is December 1st, when your ruler, the moon, dips into your work sector of your chart. It's a new moon, too, ideal for fresh starts. Dust off your resume and toss your hat into the ring. But hold off on signing a contract until Mercury stations direct on the 15th. Once that happens, you're free to go. Keep a rein on finances when Mars stations retrograde on the 6th. Spoil your loved ones with homemade gifts this holiday season instead. Leo, romance is on the rise this month, beginning with the new moon on the 1st. This is your best day to make the first move, pop the question, or say I do. Keep in mind that Mercury will be retrograde until the 15th, a transit that can botch communications. Mars stations retrograde in your sign on the 6th, a transit that prefers a slowdown. Why rush when you can savor every moment? Virgo, December begins with tension, thanks to Mercury retrograde. Even so, this won't spoil the festivities. The new moon on the 1st is ideal for getting your next holiday ready. Break out the tree, hang decorations, and don't forget the mistletoe. Mars retrograde on the 6th gives you the green light for behind-the-scenes activities. Secret Santa, perhaps? Libra. This month, holiday travel may be necessary, but you must plan for delays. Mercury retrograde could provide a few unwelcome surprises, but a plan B will ensure you reach your destinations with minimal fuss. The new moon on the 1st is stellar for a quick road trip, perhaps for holiday shopping. Mars retrograde on the 6th activates your social life. Invitations are coming, but you must be discerning. You can't attend every event. Scorpio, your financial situation improves, beginning with the new moon on the 1st. It's a dynamite day to apply for a new job or promotion. However, Mercury will be retrograde until the 15th, so it's best to exercise caution before signing on the dotted line. Also, your ruling planet Mars will be retrograde on the 6th, which could cause career delays. Even so, your earning potential is great, so don't sweat the setbacks. Sagittarius. Your annual fresh start is here on the 1st, when the new moon opens the door for a new life. If you want to make a bold change, this is your day. Remember, Mercury is retrograde in your sign until the 15th, a transit known for speed bumps. Even if you have a rocky takeoff, you'll soar once you find your wings. You're the zodiac's most adventurous sign, but travel could be challenging once Mars stations retrograde on the 6th. Setback and delays could test your mettle. Be patient. Capricorn. December offers opportunities to reboot, beginning with the new moon on the 1st. Put pampering on the calendar that day, and you'll be ready to slay this month. Mercury retrograde is also another reason to elevate self-care. When you care for yourself, you can better care for others. Mars retrograde on the 6th urges caution with holiday spending. You're not usually the impulsive type, but this transit could find you blowing up your cash, especially if you're in a hurry. Aquarius. A new moon on the 1st kicks off a busy social calendar. Expect invites to roll in for the first 3 weeks, meaning you'll spend less time at home. However, some invitations could prove to be a hassle, thanks to Mercury retrograde. Choose wisely. On the 6th, Mars stations retrograde in your relationship zone. Exercise patience with your loved ones. Don't let the little things disrupt your mellow. And finally, Pisces. As the year winds down, your career reaches a high point. The new moon on the 1st opens up possibilities for a promotion, while the sun brightens your reputation. You've worked hard all year, so this is well-deserved. If you have been too busy for self-care, Mars retrograde on the 6th could find you ready to get back on the treadmill. Another incentive to elevate your self-care is Venus's entry into the solitude section of your chart on the 6th. Make appointments for spa treatments, and you'll feel amazing. So that ends today's episode. Our next episode will be about the full moon in Gemini, which will air on December 13th. I hope you tune in. And remember, with astrology, you can chart your life's course.
The Essential Zodiac podcast posts fresh episodes every other Friday, but you can stay connected in between episodes by liking and following Essential Zodiac on Facebook and Instagram. For those of you with December birthdays, remember to visit essentialzodiac.com to take advantage of Cynthia's Solar Return Special. A solar return chart gives you a glimpse into cosmic influences you're likely to experience in the coming year. Just click on Current Promotions to learn more.